My father said he was going to give her that money only if my girlfriend sleeps with her.
Yeah.
Her. We had it. He told me that my bula was small. Then I discovered that she was this kind of person that likes satisfaction. Somehow around the corner, she tested my father. My father is not circumcised. He does not have a circumcised bula.
What's up, guys? It's a girl Nenye baby. So, guys, today I have this man here. He wants to tell us something about his life. Something happened to him. Maybe he did something, but guys, let's find out. Okay, no mention your name. Just go straight to the point. Tell my audience the reason why you're here. Don't no long story. You are beg. Just tell us exactly what happened and the reason you are here.
Good afternoon, guys. Thank you for this platform. I got to. I'm actually a big fan. I've watched series of your videos and how your audiences reply to most of the issues on ground. So a friend of mine asked me to summon courage and come to the show and explain my own story. See, I don't know where to start from. It's actually a very, very, very long story, but I'll try to break it down because of time. No one should trust anybody. No one. I mean, for no reason whatsoever, should trust anybody. And this is how it all started. I was frustrated. I've gone through series of series of heartbreaks from women. Life has not been fair to me. I've had too much of ups and downs. At a point, I felt it was is and I was hypnotized. Like this month you're a big boy, the next month you're a pauper, and the next month you're picking up, the next month you're going down. And I'm always fortunate to get the attraction of girls when I'm doing well. When I'm not doing well, they always find it so easy to just leave. So I this time around I it always happened when I have money. But this time around I was so broke, so down. A friend of mine invited me to a party, a club actually, that we should just go and unwind and just forget about the stress. That instead of me to be thinking about relationship, let me be like him that ventures into girls. At least that way I'll ease myself the stress of thinking about love and stuff like that. I was almost thinking about buying the ideas. I said, okay, fine. Let me just, after so many weeks of persuading, I decided to go to the club that fateful day. I was not in the mood to dance. I was not in the mood to do anything. I was just on my own because while I was seeing people dancing with their girls, I don't want to start what I can't finish. Because I know if I approach a girl, I just have that gift that if I approach a girl, she would fall for the looks. Then thinking because I love to look sharp, even if I don't have, I love to look sharp. So you assume I have money, so you just want to give me a try for a month. Then when you discover that I'm not really what it is, you will leave. So I saw this very reserved girl. She was putting on a skirt without a makeup in a nightclub. Something just caught my fantasy once I saw her. I was like, who on earth in this kind of area where everybody, the whole atmosphere was so energetic, everybody was dancing, smooshing, and everything. Apparently, we were the only two people that was not doing any activity that day. We were so bored on our own in our spaces. So I for like couple of hours, I was trying to summon up courage. I don't want to go talk to her because I needed a relationship. I just needed somebody I could talk to. Everybody was busy. So in the whole of that big club, we were the only two people that was so less busy. Probably with our phones or just watching people dance or just taking one or two things to get tipsy. I moved closer. Actually, I was tipsy. So out of highness, I moved closer. Closer by, I went to her and spoke to her. She smiled. She has one of the best smiles I've ever seen in all my life. So captivating. I never wanted to speak to her like I never wanted a conversation very long. I just wanted something very brief, at least someone I can just share 2 or 10 minutes conversation with. But how we got to speak to over 5 to 7 hours, I really don't know. She has that smile that keeps you as a guy keep on talking. That smile is so radiating that it makes me to I can't even lose words. The words keep coming and she keeps giving me that smiles. We exchange numbers. One of the virtues where I knew that this girl is not like others. After some weeks, I spoke to her about let's get to see ourselves apart from the club, somewhere more churchy. Not the church actually, but somewhere more open. So I invited her to an open place. She dressed so homely. She didn't even ask me about what to drink or anything. Then I went to get her water, bottled water. I was yawning all through the conversation because I don't have enough money to get us food.
But you
Yes.
bought water for her.
I was in as a guy now, you know, go on for your hands. So that was I had like 400 naira with me. I needed to get her water. Then I would use the next money to transport myself back home. She opened the water, but she was not drinking. She noticed that is one thing that caught my fantasy. She's very smart to notice that I'm not in that space of money. So she told me, what will I want to drink? I was off. Like you inviting a girl to an outing and she's the one asking you what you want. I was so ashamed of myself. She was even the one putting words into my mouth that I should not be ashamed. Like she could read how I was feeling at that moment. She was motivating me that I should forget about it. She understands that she has been there before. Let me just forget about it. She ordered for a drink, a very expensive drink. Ha! I was looking at her. Like she was not dressing so sophisticated. She not they wear the old big wigs, very expensive. She was just looking so simple. But she ended up spending close to 6,000 in that outing. And I spent just what 200. She wanted to leave. I asked her, do you have enough for transport? Can I support you? And all my mind, I was praying that this girl should say no. Because if she had said she does not have enough, me when they ask her, do I have enough to give her? I just wanted to, like a good guy, like me, no be like say, I know they care. And I asked her, sorry, babe, do you have enough for transport? And she said, she's very okay with a very corny smile. Like she knew that I was trying to be sarcastic. So she paid for her transport. I was like, thank you, Lord. She was calling me, we were talking, everything was going fine. Officially, we were dating after 3 months because we started to connect, we started to bond very well. There was this good synergy between the both of us, like we could understand ourselves very much. Now, in all of this dating, all of these months of dating and love thing, we never had a second because
Two of you never sleep together for that month.
no.
Okay.
I intended to actually. I approached her on that note, but she told me that I should be patient. That she's going to give it to me any way I want, in any corner, even in the kitchen, in the main road. That she promised me that she's going to deal with me separately when we officially get married. And me, it's not that is actually what I've been waiting for. I was waiting for a reserved girl, someone that can just that is so reserved. In all my mind, I felt like, oh yes, I've hit a jackpot. I waited. After 7 months, then I don't have an apartment where I was staying. I'm not really a big boy like that. I was into business actually. I studied plumbing and wiring. I was settled by my boss, but something happened by the money got squandered by a few couple of bad friends. So that's another story, by the way. I knew the business very well. I was successful in the business, but few friends got me so unfocused and I lost everything. An opportunity came up from another friend for a business that I can run and get profits of 5 million. I called my girl, I spoke to her. Then she said she had an apartment, a one room self contained, that we can come, I can come and be staying with her. I have pride. I have a whole lot of pride. I'm one guy that does not believe in staying or moving over to a guest place. Even if it's my one room, face me, I face you. If you really love me, enjoy with me in that space. That's my philosophy about life. So I let her know that it's not possible. I love her so much, but I cannot come down to living with her in that apartment. That I would work hard to get somewhere. But my dad is a very, very wealthy and influential man. He has three different houses. When I'm talking about house, I mean very good buildings.
Then why are you now suffering that you don't have money?
My dad is not that kind of man that is really much into his own family. He's a very, I don't know. I think I can say he's a wayward man. He has three different wives. My mom is the first wife, not living together. Married them and built a house for them differently, all in the same Ogun State. Whenever I go to him for help, he always tell me, he cannot help somebody that had decided not to be, someone that decided to be his enemy. I was like, how am I your enemy? We have three children actually. That my two elder brothers are in the same house with him, with their wives, because I have policy. Right from my childhood, I have policy.
Which is
Which is I cannot be staying in my father's house for a certain year. When I got 23, I got my body start itching in my father's house.
you moved out.
I moved out. We don't have an issue. We don't have a quarrel. I just decided to be in my space because at that time, while I was there, I was thinking like a low life. I was removed to a lifestyle of you just come back, play, go, come and eat somewhere around the world, be food around for you to eat. I was not matured. I needed that space to, even if it's squat with somebody, pay bills, pay NEPA bills, it will give me a sense of responsibility. That is my philosophy. So I explained that to him that I would not want to live with you. I could come and visit and stuff like that. He had issues with that and stuff like that. Like I say, people say they see the son of so in one room apartment in somewhere squatting with this one, that I'm giving him bad names. Like, it's not bad name, it's my life. So when I told my woman about my father, she was so shocked because if I mention his name is so influential. She said, I have this kind of person and I'm complaining that I don't have a house. She was even buying the idea of let us go and stay with him. Let me go and stay with him. We can just start up life there. We had quarrels, me and my woman, about this. I told her no, that I don't want that. That I've stationed my life and this is how I want it to be. That let her wait. We will hustle together. She begged me, we talked about it back and forth, but I told her no way. An opportunity came one time. I had this friend of mine that introduced me to a business. That if I help him ship in a trailer load of a particular product, I'll have some percentage. It's actually an illegal business. Like, I know it's an illegal business. But because of the urgency of I needed to marry this girl, because there was a particular guy from Malaysia that was always sending her messages. I would always have issues back and front. And she always tell me that this guy is so ready. And she was so ready and committed to get married at I like ASAP. Because I love her so much, I needed to do something urgent. I just want to put a ring on it and have assurance that I have her to myself. I didn't tell her about the business. I just told her I need a loan of 2 million from anywhere. I told her I needed a loan of 2 million from anywhere. She was like, actually she could get it from few friends and stuff like that. Like, I know she could get it from few friends. Before then, I've introduced her to my father because I wanted to take her. Because one thing I've discovered that if you take a woman to your father, she has this level, this some percentage of commitment to you that we have done. At least there's a level of introduction. I know his parents. I know his mother. My mother stays very far away, but still in the same Ogun State. I introduced her to my father and introduced her to my mom. Now, it's a tradition like that in my own family that you have to come stay with your father or my parents for like 1 week for them to study you appropriately before they give you permission for a marriage.
Is it you and the girl or only you?
It could be done either ways. Like, I could stay there with her, but it really does not make sense to me staying there because I had businesses to run. I was running Etaskata to get 2 million to start up that business that will yield me 5 million. She was in my father's place for a week. She was so in love with the whole place. It's a mansion. We had 3 rooms, 3 extra duplex that we could just choose anyone to just live in. She was enjoying. We were doing video calls while I was out there looking for sorting out ways. She was telling me, she loves this place, so let not think about going to get any house anymore. That this is the coolest place we can ever be. Like, the so family, the Abraham's. I think I'm giving a lot. So my father's name is actually Abraham. I don't want to give his full name because you would know, your audience would know. She was like, this family, she's so excited to be. So I told her I was in a mess, that she should look for a way
And get 2 million.
and get 2 million from me. She also spoke to my dad about it.
Because she told you to talk to your dad?
No. She told me to talk to my dad at a point, but I told her that I don't want to do that. I want to do it as a man. I had a policy right from time. So if I want to get something, I get it. Because I believe my family is this kind of family that once they give you something, they put it to your face the next month that, let me do it for you. So because I had that pride, I just let me run it myself. Because I've had an issue of 100,000 before, and I asked my dad. Someone just paid him a rent for a duplex, and my dad could not even give me the loan of 100,000. It happened after like few months before this opportunity came. So if you could not give me a loan of 100,000, how would you show up for 2 million? So I just respected myself and decided to do it my way.
Okay, so what later happened?
My girl went to my dad.
Okay, she went. Did she tell you?
She didn't tell me, because at the point she's this kind of person that she has this energy that she likes to talk. She likes to convert. She likes people. She likes to be engage in discussions with people.
Someone that don't know your dad before just went straight and started begging money.
I won't call it begging. To her, she said she wanted to help me because she knew that if that business went successfully, that 5 million could rent us an apartment and give us if not our dream wedding, but a wedding, and start up a business for her. So before then, my father said he was going to give her that money only if my girlfriend sleeps with her.
Yeah.
Her. I did not know about all this. I later discovered about this the last day. I'm coming to that part. Until my girlfriend sleeps with her. Then I discovered that a meeting that is supposed to be 1 week, 5 days, my woman is back to her house. I was noticing that this thing is supposed to be 1 week. Then I called her like, babe, what's happening? I said, I'm back to the house. So what really happened now? It's the remaining 2 days. She said, no, she was feeling somehow, that she was feeling malaria. I said, if you're feeling somehow malaria, you should have even talked to my brother or anybody. They will get you a family. She was just looking for other excuses to cover the fact that they had that conversation with my dad, but she does not want to tell me.
But did she do it?
Coming to that part.
Okay, so please try to.
Be fast.
Yes.
Okay. Now it got to a time I wanted to have I was high one time. Then we had sexual intercourse before the marriage. We had it.
You people made love.
Yes, we made
But
love.
she said she don't want it before.
Yes, we were both tipsy in the day. Then she decided to. And she told me that my bula was small. She said it one time. We laughed about it like it's a joke. She was not actually a virgin. So she told me my bula was small. We laughed about it. To me, the second time we did it again, she said the same thing sarcastically. As a man, I knew where she was going to. So I started taking stuffs. Then I discovered that she was this kind of person that likes satisfaction. Somehow around the corner, she tested my father. My father is not circumcised. He does not have a circumcised bola. So she was enjoying it. Every minute you will hear this thing. I did a business. She gave me the money. So I didn't ask her how she told me her father this thing. I believed her because her father is also a chief in Benin. So she told me her father sold some lands and stuff like that. I did the business. It was successful. So I made the returns and gave her back the money. All till today, I did not ask her what happened, how did he. But when she told me, I just believed her straightly, like, okay, so far the business is successful and stuff like that. I suddenly discovered that from Lagos, we rented an apartment in Lagos State. We did a marriage. We were married officially. All 1 week, 2 weeks, she would tell me, she wants to go and stay in Ogun State. She has a business she wants to run. Is that business from that business that she fends with the family and stuff like that? I'm a busy man, so I was not putting too much details to her movement because she was making good money. Not knowing that my father, after having this enjoyment with her, pays her handsomely because my father will not pay you until he enjoys from you.
Okay, so your father will not sleep with your wife and give her money.
And give her some good amount of money. So
your wife, did she tell you?
She did not tell me because she was enjoying the gola. That was her attraction because she told me we had a conversation earlier before we started having this. We started making love. She told me that she left so many guys because of they could not satisfy her. So now she wants to find the right man. To me, I was feeling that I'm capable because
you are the right man.
Yeah, because the girls, the way I don't do for the past, they know they complain, say but I discovered that she has a more urge for these things, and my father is a lion in that department. So she was enjoying it week by week. She keeps going to Ogun State and they keep making money, and we are just fine. Everybody is just okay. I'm this kind of person that so far you are not in my space, everything is fine. So far I call you say, Alpha babe, make we do, and you tell me say, but no, this. So far you give me, even if I would dey do am, she no dey really give me that. I'm not enjoying that satisfaction. She does not even like. I don't know how to
Like you
put the
notice
word.
she don't enjoy you.
Yeah, she does not enjoy
Did you
me.
ask her why?
I would not ask her why, because me, the business I do makes me so weak and tired. So I dey feel say na stress. Even sometimes I just to say, okay, for this week, let me not go to this thing. Let me have my boys handle these things.
Okay, so what later happened?
What later happened? One fateful day, my friend saw my woman in a hospital in a pool of blood and called me that where am I? Oh, that my woman is somewhere in Ogun State. I said, she always do business in Ogun State and most times go and see my father and help him do one or two house choices because and stuff like that. As a good girl we should be. My friend was still insisting that no, this is not what he's talking about, that this is more than just
That she's in the hospital.
yes, within a pool of blood. So I left the shop, told my boys to take over, and I went to the hospital. And getting to the hospital, I saw my wife in a pool of blood. A big pool of blood, and I was asking her what happened. I spoke to the doctor. The doctor said they tried to remove it, but they had
They
an
tried to
issue
remove what?
that she was pregnant
Okay, for who?
for my father. Because for like 2 months, we did not even touch.
Why?
Because she was always giving me this excuse of, I'm busy, I'm this one, I'm that.
Is she the one giving you excuse?
Yes, she's always giving me this excuse. She was
And
telling me that we needed enough money for the family. And me, normally, me too, I never have to really settle down for the business that way. I'm still paying some little debts. So she needs to gather up and I need to gather up. So I was even buying the idea of let her double her hustle, even if she comes home 2 times in a month, no problem. Let her just double her hustle. Because we are married, I believe everything is settled. She cannot be wayward.
okay, so you later found out that she was pregnant. What happened?
Yes, she was crying. And I asked her what happened. Then she started narrating the whole story I've been saying from the beginning. That she did what she did because she wanted the family to grow. So I was still persistent, asking her, what did you do for this family to grow? So you told me the money you gave me was from your dad selling land and you collecting from this and this. What did you do? So I was asking her, what happened? This thing they have, why the blood? So she was telling me she did all these things because of, all my mind I was thinking, maybe this girl has finally met up with that Malaysian guy or on any other guy. She's cheating on me or something. I persuaded her and she finally told me that my father got her pregnant. I was surprised. My father, how manage?
Your father got your wife
Yes.
pregnant. Your own wife.
Yes, my wife, my legally married wife. How managed? Then she told me that all the gifts, all the money that she has been bringing home to support my business was from my father. That my father sleeps with her and give her money. That this is not the first abortion they've tried to have. This is the second one. So they had the first one, it was successful.
Okay, so anytime she gets pregnant for your father,
Yes,
she will go and remove
she
the
will go and
pregnancy.
remove it. But this time around, she had a delicate stomach after the first one they removed. So this time around, they could not successfully remove the second one. That is why it hooked to this level. I was so dumbfounded. She was still crying and begging me and telling me that she did it for the sake of the love. How would you claim you love me and you're sleeping with my father to balance things in our family? I had my father arrested. Up till now, my father cannot open his mouth and explain to me why he would do this to his own child,
His own son.
his own son.
Okay, so please, why? I want you to end this story. What later happened?
What later happened? Now she's begging me.
Your wife.
Yes. Now they have successfully removed it. Now she's begging me for us to come back. That she did what she did because she loved me. That now she's ready to collect my bola any size it is. I'm confused because I still really love this girl. I love her so much. So I looked at my father. The next week, I got a call from the same of my friends that my father is somewhere in a party. I was so surprised. That person where I lock like a few days ago. What is it? How did he come out? I forgot that he's a very influential man. They have their way to these things. Now my father has ripped me off all his properties.
Okay, so when you locked your father out of anger,
Yes.
who bear him?
I don't know. He's a big man. He's an influential man.
So he left the police station.
He left. He like he's walking freely like nothing happened.
The police did not do anything.
Do you know these things? You know this country. You
Maybe he settled them with money or something.
You can't lock a big man. You can. They have their ways to just maybe he has.
Okay, so what later happened, please?
Now, what later happened? He has ripped me off all his properties. Like I don't have access to. Like he has disowned me officially from being his son, from the Abraham's family. Like I don't have any assets to him anymore. Like I'm a nobody right now. Like you can't even identify me to this. He has publicized it that there is nothing that is going to be associated with me and this family. And my wife is begging me that she wants to come back. Now, how will you come back when you have put me in so much? Normally, my father does not love me that much before now. Not to talk of now that I had the guts or decency to lock him up in the station.
And he managed to
come out. Like I am confused.
Okay, now your father said that he disowned you. Let's put it that way, Abi.
Yes.
That you don't have any access to his property.
Any access to his property.
So what's the main point now? Your wife, has she come back?
She is begging. She's begging with her friends and family that she will accept my bola any way it is that we'll find a way to use. But my family is first. I cannot, because of you, disconnect from my family. Now my mother is angry with me. My two brothers are angry with me. That how would I have the guts to do that to my father? That we should have settled this as family. But I was angry. I took the decision because of her, and now
Okay, ever since then, you are not staying with your wife.
I'm not staying with her.
Do you want her back or not?
I am confused. I don't know what I want anymore.
Okay, so please, let's stop this video here, right?
Yes.
This is the question you want to ask.
Yes.
Whether to accept her back,
yes,
or
to go back to begging my father.
Okay, so you have to beg your father first, but I don't even know whether your father deserves this begging that you are mentioning here. Your father know that he did something wrong, and anyway. Let's talk off camera. I don't know if you insult your father, maybe out of anger, you can say sorry, but your father know that he also did something wrong. You know, these adults, they know that what they are doing is not good. They are still doing it. How can a father be sleeping with his own son's wife? Imagine. And now he's saying that you did something. I don't know, Sha. Let me post your video. Let's talk off camera, please. All right, guys, what do you have to tell him? Is it right for him to still accept this girl as his wife, or to just end the marriage? Right now, remember that the father said that he doesn't have anything to do with him again as son, since he has the right, or maybe the guts, to take the case to the police station. So please, what do you have to tell him? Drop your opinion for him under the comment section. Thank you, guys.